Uh, Welcome to Leeds United fans. My name is Philip, and I'm joined again this week by Luke. And
How do?
as I say, football is a game of two halves. But if there was ever a game of two halves of football in regards to Leeds this season, it was yesterday.
Two halves and a bit, because we came out in the second half playing like shit as well.
But he made the right changes. Now we've been critical of Marsh and his substitutions, but he got it right yesterday.
Yeah, it was almost a blessing that Bamford was injured because he couldn't make that fuck up. Because on 55 minutes Bamford would have been coming on.
Yeah. And we definitely, I think the more time passes, I think the Bamford situation is starting to become. He doesn't seem he's getting too injury prone, and even when he is playing, he's lacking confidence and sharpness.
Yeah, they said it's a minor knock, but it's another minor knock.
Another one, they keep adding up and adding up. As soon as he gets any bit of momentum, he picks up another knock. So
yeah, and he's not really built any momentum, to be honest.
He hasn't. But yesterday at halftime, man, I was like thinking to myself, right, this manager now, we got a bounce against Liverpool. Maybe we're given a bit of false hope, but I'll give him his credit. In the second half, he made the correct changes, and we got a massive result. That was a huge result.
In fairness, at 3-1 down, I wasn't thinking, right, this manager needs out, because he played the same team that he did against Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a bad performance, especially defensively. There's nothing really he can do about that.
No.
It's how he reacts to it, and he reacted well. So fair play to him.
The only bit of criticism, well, I think he's clicking with him now. He's starting to take Harrison out of games because it's not working. Whatever the system, the narrow system that other Leeds commentators have covered on. He was great when he was out really hugging the touchline, but this new central kind of narrow system is not suiting him at all.
No.
And he's bang out of form now as well too. So and Nanto has come on in the last two games, and look what he's done.
Oh, very excited about him. Very.
One of my favorite thing about him yesterday, the assist was brilliant. But my favorite thing that he done was he got the ball in defence in a situation where we were defending, took the ball, poured them around him, couldn't stop him, went nearly the full way down the field, out wide, and got a throw out of it. He didn't.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Didn't kick it out or anything in the first half, it was a bit of our usual problems that we had in the past. That the whole middle attack thing was pure fucking chaotic. Everyone was around and didn't really know what they were doing. But when Nanto came in, for a lad that only turned 19 yesterday, the calmness and assurance of his play was exactly what we needed. He wasn't panicking. He wasn't running around like a lunatic. He was just pure football intelligence, something that Harrison doesn't necessarily have, to be honest. I'm not saying Harrison is a bad player, but he's not.
He's just not performing.
And he's just lost in that system.
He is. I'm starting to see now why Mancini, even when this guy was at FC Zurich, why Mancini was picking him. I know Italy haven't qualified for the World Cup, but they are the European champions, and they're a very good team. Mm-hmm. And he's getting in.
Yeah,
there's got to be a reason that.
And we're starting to find out what that reason is.
How much did we pay for him?
3.7 million, I believe.
That already looks like a fucking bargain.
That and Somerville was $1 million.
Ooh.
So
I'm erasing the fact that 3-4 games ago I hated Somerville. That didn't happen.
We've got Somerville, Nanto, and Greenwood in for less than 5 million.
Yeah.
That's serious.
We really saw the best of Greenwood today as well.
Yeah, he
was decent against Fulham, but
yeah, we were saying against Fulham that we thought it was unusual for what was primarily a number 10, and before that he was a number 9. And all of a sudden
Yeah,
he's playing in midfield, and we were questioning it. But after when he came on yesterday and what he'd done with the set pieces and got the goal and an assist, like
and the crossing against Fulham was spot on.
like Marshall and these boys he has all together, they're a professional unit. And
Mm,
some fans on the internet are saying, "Oh, why are you playing Greenwood in midfield?" Well, after what he
that's
done
why.
yesterday, it's starting to become apparent that maybe they figured out that this is his best position.
And maybe we're not giving Marsh enough credit. Maybe he does know what he's doing. It's
Well,
taken him a bit of time to get there, but
it's not
I've
really
got I've got
out.
no criticism with Marsh last couple of games,
And he has been kind
apart
of
from
given a
Bamford.
raw deal that he got primarily at the old team with a bunch of
Yeah,
youngsters and a few signings he got to make. He has only signed one defender, three midfielders as such for the first team.
and then young lads that are already busting through.
Yeah, and more that they've brought in as well.
Yeah, I mean, even when we've been at as most critical of Marsh, and we have been,
Oh God, yeah.
and mainly about his in-game decisions, sometimes his lineup choices. What we've never criticised is his signings because he's nailed that.
Yeah, absolutely. All of them.
Absolutely.
We'll touch on the players anyway individually as usual.
Yep.
Melier, he had a fucking
Spot on. Not a fault for the goals.
he was at fault. He was at fault a bit for the second one. He was kind of coming out, and Rasmus was kind of, and there was a complete breakdown between the two of them. Like Meslier started coming, then he stopped coming, and Rasmus kind of lost him. But
Mm,
that's other than that he didn't do anything wrong. But it was just
saved us on that through run. I think that it's from our corner. They broke. The last man was actually Somerville, well out of position, and he made a last gasp lunge, but couldn't tackle.
mhm.
And Melier just straight out. Made a couple of good saves as well.
Yeah. But that's where I was going to. I was going to actually go to that. When we went wrong in the first half, he meant it got it right in the second half.
Yeah,
Because if he had got out and when Rasmus thought he was and booted it, the second goal may not have happened. But again, I won't criticise Meslier because he's still only 22, like
he's a very good goalkeeper.
one of the best in the league without question.
I'll
Uh,
say one thing though, that chance for Kiefer Moore, which Melier saved, I mean he mishit it. That should have been a goal. That'd have finished the game.
yeah, we could have been realistically 4-1 down at halftime.
Yeah, we were very lucky there. I mean, Melier was in the right position and made the save, but Kiefer Moore fucked that up.
Completely. And
Thank God it came to
Rasmus,
Kiefer Moore.
he was good in the second half, but he was shocking in the first half. Completely out of the
Yeah,
twice for 2 goals.
it's his only bad half of the season. I'll let it go.
Oh yeah,
They're going. Every player's going to have that event at some point, and his was yesterday.
and I think the way the team played in the first half, sure, it was all over the place. It was complete chaos. Like there was no rhyme or reason to anything. There was just players running
Um,
around, bouncing off each other, and the defense was just. I don't know what they were playing at in the first half, but
oh, it was a mess, absolute mess.
yes, Cock wasn't great either. But again, he looked better in the second half.
Yeah,
And Cooper didn't do bad yesterday. He got a goal.
he did get a goal. Yeah,
He got
very
a
good,
goal.
leading from the back.
I couldn't really blame Cooper for anything that went wrong in the defence yesterday. He was doing his part all right.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And Strike, another solid performance.
Yeah, it was very much a right-sided kind of. The goals that we conceded very much came from the right-hand side,
Yeah.
our right-hand side.
Mhm.
The left-hand, like Cooper Stroke. Yeah, I didn't really spot anything that they did wrong.
No, they played their game as well as they could, and into the midfield. Well, Rocca didn't really have a good one. That was Rocca's worst performance so far, I think.
don't remember. Apart from a few forays forward, I don't remember hearing his name all that much, to be honest.
He wasn't on form at all yesterday. I think that's a couple of games
Mm.
now. He's kind of dipped a bit, but I won't. Again, he's adapting and getting used to the Premier League. There will be times where he'll have an off patch. It happens to every footballer.
I suppose when the rest of the team weren't playing exactly well around him either, that's not going to help.
Adams, what a signing!
Yeah, I know.
Man, we haven't had a midfielder like that since the David Batty days.
And apart from he can pass forward. Because David Batty didn't like to pass forward.
No, but he's everywhere, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He is. I was skeptical when we signed him.
Oh God, we all were.
I thought he'd been signed simply because he was American and he'd worked under Marsh. Marsh at Leipzig didn't. He was crap. He didn't have a good time at Leipzig, so I was skeptical. But every game he gets better.
No, he's a brilliant player.
Yeah,
brilliant player.
Good replacement for Phillips and not as injury prone.
This might be a controversial one, but I actually think he's better than Phillips. Do you know that?
I don't know. Phillips at his very best was very good. He wasn't at his very best for very long.
Fortunately, yeah. I don't know. I think kind of near the end of Phillips' time, he seemed like he was heavy. Like he seemed like he was huffing and puffing.
Whereas like Bamford, he was injured a lot and it took its toll. I'll say this: Adams is far more consistent.
Oh, he is. He's a really, really, really good player, and
him
for 20 million was a bargain.
Yeah, we've had a few of them.
Absolute fucking steal, man.
Yeah, agreed.
Steal. And Aronson, that was another great performance from him too.
Yeah, he's all over the place, wasn't he?
He really,
as in all over the field, not
yeah.
They
were all over the place, but he was all over the place, but in a good way.
Yeah, he always is. I don't think he's had a bad match. He's had quieter matches, but he's not had a bad match.
No, he's a very good player. And then
yes,
Harrison, I think Harrison needs to just be dropped at this point. It's not working.
I didn't even realise Harrison played. I really didn't. The commentator, the stream we were watching, the commentator, the way his accent makes Aronson and Harrison sound exactly the same. And I thought Aronson was just on the pitch. I actually can't remember Harrison playing.
Yeah, he is a decent player, but it's not working for him in the system.
No, I mean I've got a lot of time for Jack Harrison.
Oh yeah, he's
a lot of time.
We definitely got our money's worth out of him, but I think he needs to be upgraded if we're serious about this Premier League thing.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not ready to give up on Jack Harrison yet. He's done a lot for us.
I'm not giving up on him because he could turn it all around again, but at the moment he's poor. You have to call a spade a spade. He's poor, like.
He is. He is. But you know what? Some of the best players in the world go through lean spells.
Of course.
I'm hoping he turns it around. I don't want to see him leave.
Oh, well, I wouldn't suggest.
There's been a lot of rumours over the summer, like Newcastle were after him, other clubs were after him. Maybe that's got on his mind.
We're not getting 40 million for him now.
How much did we pay for him?
Was it? I know there was 2 fees originally. I think it was 15 million in the end.
It was a weird one because obviously we had him on loan for about 3 seasons.
We had him on loan.
Signed him.
We had him on loan initially to sign him for 10 million.
Yeah.
And then rather than pull the trigger on signing him then after we came up from the Championship, we loaned him again for another year, and the guarantee went up to 15 million or 20 million. I'm not entirely sure, but it was still a good price. Like,
it was still a good price, but it never made sense to me because we knew we wanted to keep him. So they should have just bloody signed. It never made sense. But no, I'm hoping he turns it around. He is poor at the moment, but he's not the only one.
No. Somerville, Jesus man,
Oh,
he's getting better, isn't he?
oh,
For 2 minutes,
got a
I
little
didn't use
hero
penalty
goal
one for us.
now. I mean, 3 goals in 3 games, 2 winners in a row. The one against Liverpool. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he'll always be remembered for that. But
I think
this
his
this
finish
was one
yesterday
hell
was
of a
way better.
comeback. This was one hell of a comeback from 3-1 down.
I think his finish
And
yesterday was better than the one against Liverpool.
oh, it was. Yeah, it was. It was a
We
much better move as well.
And we were critical of him earlier on when he started getting the game time first about his finishing.
I didn't see
We're,
the point in him,
we're been fucking proven wrong, aren't we?
and happy to be so.
Happy to
And
be
he's not the
proven.
only one that's proven me wrong either, to be honest.
And Rodrigo got another goal.
Yeah. The other one proving me wrong. He's making me believe that we might not be as desperate for a striker as we thought,
Hmm.
because you've got. Well, let's see. We have got Bamford, but I don't think that's going to go anywhere. But Gonto, who can play up front. We've got. I imagine Somerville can play up front. We've got Greenwood that can play up front, and we've got Gelhardt that can play up front. Maybe it's not as desperate. Defense is starting to look more
Hmm.
the key area we need to improve. Yeah, I mean, it was a penalty, but he put it away,
Hmm.
and he does look good. Last 3 games, he's looked good. His movement, he's not getting caught out of position. Yeah,
Stupid passing.
it's stupid long range wing to wing passes that you
Yeah,
can't stand.
he done that twice and got caught twice, and he hasn't done it since.
Yeah,
But
he's obviously
I
learned.
still like if we got in your man Diaz from Blackburn though. He's doing well in the
Oh
Championship,
yeah,
and I think
yeah. I'm not
Chilean
going to turn
international
that
as
down.
well.
I'm not going to turn that down.
I'd like him.
Definitely
I'd
not.
like him. I'd like him, but we'll see what happens in January. But on substitutions, with Greenwood, he changed the game, didn't he?
What a goal!
What
What a
a,
finish that was.
and his corner taking, his set piece stuff was brilliant as well.
Yeah, he's
He
consistently
had
good
one
at
bad
crossing.
pass to Gelhardt Jaffe, but apart from that, he was brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. That really, I'm more taken on him on initial appearances than I was with Somerville.
Hmm.
Obviously now Somerville has excelled, but initial thoughts on Greenwood are very positive.
Hmm. And last but no means, well, Alien came on for a bit just to go five at the back for Aronson. He didn't really do anything. I don't think he touched the ball as such. He was
Yeah.
just there to shore up the defence. But
Good to see him on the pitch, though.
yeah, wow, little how Willie Nanto, big Willie himself, fucking hell. We have got a fucking
Oh,
we've got something.
where the hell did he find him? Well, I know where he found him. He found him in Zurich, but damn, for fuck all. Let's be honest.
Look how think about this for a second. How lucky we are. We could have ended up with that fucking Ding character at Marseille that failed the medical. Another fucking Augustin. And
Oh yeah. Oh,
um,
speaking of Augustine,
yeah, we
they're going to
got
have to pay a shitload of money.
18 million
What the fuck?
because they made the deal that they'd sign him at the end of the season after the
He was
loan.
wank. He
Yeah,
was
but
injury prone and wank.
once you sign a contract saying we're going to buy him at the end of summer for X amount of money, you can't just turn around and decide you don't want to because
No,
shit, like you're not allowed to do that. We got stuck
there
with
should there
Helder
should have
Costa for
been
that reason as well too.
there should have been clauses. There should have been clauses put in
Yeah,
because he was injury prone, and when he did play, he was shit.
yeah. So we've got
You
caught,
know,
of course, now for him. So, but
yeah, we've been
again,
burnt there.
going back to what happened with Nanto,
Oh yeah,
we mightn't have got Nanto if that hadn't happened with Ding.
yeah,
But
true.
Jesus, to be honest, man, what a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, this guy looks the real deal.
And
You mentioned it with the Liverpool game. He's got a low centre of gravity. He's fast. He's intelligent, and he works hard.
he's strong. He's very strong for a
Oh,
young lad.
and as far as I'm concerned, he's set up both winners. I know that it technically is Bamford's assist for the Liverpool game, but
Well, he
without
made it.
Gonzo, you've got nothing.
No, he made that. He made that chance out of nothing.
Yeah.
And even yesterday with the Somerville goal, his run and his patience and he was fucking just waiting and waiting and he knew where Somerville was running. He could see he was
Yep.
still on side.
Yep.
And he waited till the perfect second just to send in that pass for the assist. And then what a pass.
Oh,
Perfect.
yeah.
Absolutely perfect. Like it's a player 27 years of age and their peak. You'd say that's the type of pass they make. Not a lad that turned 19 yesterday.
Yep. He's something else. This is going to be one of the bargains of the season for any club. And we've discussed a few weeks ago how there's been certain sections of Leeds fans saying, right, get him in, bring him through like Perkins and Gonzo. I'm ready to see this guy start.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to see what he can do
He's
for the full
getting there
90.
now. He's getting there now. I'd be very surprised if he starts him against Spurs, but I could
Yeah.
see him. I could see him getting a bit more, maybe 45 minutes.
I'm going to stick with what I said previously. FA Cup third round. Let's get him starting that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care who it's against. I'm
It's
not all that bothered
Wolves.
about the FA Cup, to be honest. I want to get safe in the league.
Yeah, it's Wolves in the FA Cup.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a good
Well,
one.
isn't it the first round this week? Or is this the second round?
I'm not in time. I'm FA Cup. We played one game, all right, didn't we? We bet them. We hammered. Who did we hammer? We hammered Barnsley, didn't we?
Are we talking about the League Cup?
Or maybe I'm getting confused with the League Cup.
I think it's. Are we still in the League Cup?
Oh, I think we are. I'm not.
Please.
Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
we are. Yeah, we
hang
are.
on. I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna have a look because it's actually
You had me fucking questioning myself there for a second. I was like, what? Yeah, we are.
it's this week. So if
Hmm.
we are, it'll come up. Hang on. Bit of in podcast scrambling for information.
I'm fairly sure
Not
we're
on
playing Wolves.
Tuesday. Yes, Wolves away
Yeah,
Wednesday.
I knew it.
Right.
I was questioning myself.
In that case, play him.
Yeah.
Him and Greenwood and Joffy.
Yeah.
Let's get them started. Let's give them a proper run out.
And
Because
of
I
course,
don't care about the league. I'm not gonna lie.
no,
If we do well in it, brilliant. But
to be honest with you, what we have to do now is put faith in these young lads because Click, Bamford, and yeah, no, we won't be too awful critical of them. But at the moment, Harrison, you need.
Ailing as well.
Yeah, Alien's gone at the end of the season. That's obvious.
Yeah, it's a shame because again, he's one of my favourites. But
He's gone at the end.
it's they've reached. It's kind of like the end of the cycle for a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you look at the younger players coming through, the younger players already in the team, the new signings. Granted, you need squad depth.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I personally, I'd keep Ailing.
Mm-hmm. But I think they're going to plan around Christensen and Drama as the two right backs going forward.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I forgot about Drama. So yeah, it could be him on his way out.
I'd be surprised if he gets an extension. Let's put it that way.
Shame though.
Maybe
Dude,
12 months. Maybe 12 months. That'll be a bit about the maximum I'd say you get.
Thing is, you've got. How old is he?
31, I believe.
He's too young to end his career and go into a coaching role, and he's got probably a lot more to give.
Hmm. But
yeah, that's a shame.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It could be God knows what could happen in January. Like they could go out and spend 100 million. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt it. I'm always disappointed in January, always.
Yeah, it's a
when it
tough
comes
one,
to Leeds, but
I think they'll definitely have to do a bit of business in January. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to. As I already said, I'd like Diaz from Blackburn, but other than that, I can't really think of anyone that just springs to mind that we could get.
Yeah, there's
There's bound to be loads of players out there, but they'd be from the French league or the Spanish league or the German league. And
I mean, striker-wise, I've mentioned to you before Moffy from Lorient. I like the look of him.
That's not going to happen though, because you're not going to bring in a player that needs to adapt to the language and the culture and everything in January. It's too big of a risk. You
Well,
bring
you
them
say
in.
that. I mean, I've no idea. I've no idea what his language skills are. You know, a lot of places speak English.
Hmm.
I know he's an African lad, but a lot of them do learn English at an early age. It's our country. Well, obviously you're Irish, but
Hmm.
I don't know what it's like in Ireland. But in England, Scotland, we're ignorant fuckers, and we tend not to bother with foreign languages. But you know, a lot of other places do learn English, so I have no idea what kind of level he'd be at.
Hmm.
He's a good striker, though.
Couldn't maybe, but it's like there was even there recently they were making contingency plans for Marsh, so it was all kind of a bit up in the air recently because they weren't really going to send out and listen to Marsh's instructions on scouting, were they, when they were thinking about pulling the trigger on him only a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, well, they've given him their backing, and it seems to have. Well, can't really criticise at the moment. Tottenham away next week, though. That's going to be a tough one.
A tough one, but they've got a few players missing. I think
Son,
realistically, if we could get a point out of that,
oh, I'd be happy
that
with
would be
that.
the perfect way to finish up before the World Cup break. We'd have
Yeah,
7 points from 3 games after the absolute fucking disaster that we had of a run before that with Fulham and Leicester and all. But again, look at Leicester; they've really turned the corner now.
yeah. Villa are doing the same.
Yeah, and look where Fulham are.
Yeah,
They're
I
closer
mean
to Europe than they are the relegation zone.
they were they only just got beat by Man City yesterday.
Yeah,
In fact, it took Haaland coming off the bench to do it.
yeah, and 95th minute too, I believe.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so they nearly got them. So
But there are some teams that you look at and think, nah, you're going down. Forest, probably Bournemouth,
mm,
maybe Wolves. Depends how it goes with the new manager.
mhm. Yeah, we're in
Yeah,
there, but we're up to 12th now. So, and we still have
we've
a game
dropped
in
down to
hand over.
13th. We dropped down to 13th today because of
Oh,
the
yeah,
probably the Villa game.
yeah, oh,
But
yeah.
yeah,
The table actually today, actually, yeah. Still,
yeah, but it's yeah.
I always said it
I'll
from the
take
day
that.
one, from doing we started doing this. I've always said from day one, 14th will be a position at the end of the season I'd take all day. And
I'll take.
where we are in our development and rebuilding, 14th would be if they keep they're going to have to do some work on the defense or coaching. I don't know what they're going to have
Oh,
to do.
yeah.
And they're going to have to stop this shit of Marsh. Marsh has 3 plans that he goes out into a game with.
Right.
I think he needs to be more, rather than this fucking chaotic, aggressive, fucking over the top running and racing. They need to be more assured, like the Bournemouth in the first half didn't look like they were ever panicking, where we were like fucking
No.
running around and they were just taking their time and they were picking out passes. And in the second
Yeah,
half,
true.
that's what we done. That's the biggest criticism I'd have of Marsh ball as it is. This absolutely fucking mad running around the place. It doesn't help anyone. And then the midfield has gone too far forward. The attack is too far forward. The ball is kicked over them, and we have 2 or 3 on our defense, and our defense is leaky, as we know.
No, very.
So we need to kind of just have going forward like a 4-2, just always in and around their own half, around the halfway line, because we need at least 6 players in there to try and, because this thing of we've been caught too many times by that now.
Yeah, we have. I mean, at least Marsh has 3 plans. Bielsa had one. Bielsa, as much as I love him, Bielsa had one plan and would not change.
But if it worked for us, though, he got us up to the promised land, and
Yes,
if
he
you were an
did.
international team now and you were looking for a manager, you should go for Bielsa.
Yeah, yeah,
He'd be great as an
absolutely.
international manager because one-off games.
Yeah,
But
couldn't
sure,
agree more. Shame that he's not going to be at the World Cup.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, we will leave it at that for this one. And like, share, and subscribe, and we will be back for the Spurs game. And hopefully now, if anything, well, hope from the game is the young lads get more time.
We've got the Wolves game.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, true. Oh, we have the Wolves game. Shit, you're right, actually. Yeah. So we have 2 more to go.
That we've just realised we've got.
I'm just so focused on the league now. This season now, even since we've come up, the cup has never been a thing in my mind when it comes to Leeds United. It's something we have to be taking part in. But ideally out of the fucking thing as quick as possible because we don't need any extra games.
We don't, but with this Wolves game, I think we should use it as a testing ground. I want to see certain players start.
And I want to see Josef and Perkins on the bench.
Oh, yeah.
I would like them to
and
get a run.
Maybe even that striker whose name I always forget. But he
That's what I'm
scored a
talking
shitload
about.
of goals in the under-21.
Yeah, Mateo Josef.
What was his name?
Josef.
Oh, yeah.
So Perkins and him, I'd like to see
It's
them on
easy
the
with
bench.
the pronunciation.
Just get them
absolutely.
on for a few minutes as well too, because just use this game as a tester for the young.
I don't care if we. I mean, if we win, we win. But if we don't, I don't care. It's the League Cup. It's shite.
Yeah, get Dram in at right back, and maybe Hedge, get him in there playing, and fuck the cup. Just get the young lads out there and give them a real chance and give them a proper go and see what they can do against a Premier League opposition.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
It will make way more sense.
I'd like to see that.
Well, anyways,
and it rests the first teamers for Tottenham.
Yeah. Anyways, that's all for now, and we'll hopefully have more good things to say on Thursday, actually, because it'll be a Wednesday, be late enough kickoff. All right, thanks very much.
Yeah.